Doug Kiker, the garbage man who brought Katy Perry to tears on American Idol, is in police custody after cops in Alabama say he was involved in a domestic violence incident. Mobile Police Lieutenant Matthew James tells TMZ. Kiker was busted Thursday for misdemeanor domestic violence, harassment, and he's now sitting in jail on $1,000 bond. We're told officers responded to a report of domestic violence Thursday night allegedly involving Kiker and an adult woman, and she's the one who called 911. The nature of their relationship is unclear. Cops say responding officers investigated and determined there was probable cause to arrest Kiker, and he was hauled off to jail, where he posed for this mugshot. Idol fans will certainly remember Kiker. Anyone born under the sign of Gemini tends to be quite the busy little bee. He was a contestant last year, and his cover of Rascal Flatts, Bless the Broken Road, had Katy in tears. Geminis are interested in just about everything, and they're constantly flitting from here to there since they want to experience all that life has to offer. In fact, it's quite likely that FOMO is a Gemini's biggest fear. Just how do mealtimes fit into a Gemini's often hectic schedule? Geminis are as fond of food as any other sign, although their tastes range far and wide. They are also partial to foods that can be eaten on the go, or at least off a paper plate that they're balancing in one hand while they hold a drink in the other and carry on conversations with as many partygoers as is humanly possible. In fact, if we had to characterize the sign of Gemini with one signature meal, we'd definitely go with the cocktail party buffet. Still, life can't be all cocktails and canopies now, can it? Even a Gemini has to sit down at the table sometime. If you're a Gemini, these foods might be among your favorites. Geminis enjoy a wide variety of foods. Geminis may not all be world travelers. While Sagittarians tend to be the natural-born roamers of the zodiac, Geminis tend to be more interested in cultivating a wide circle of friends and acquaintances closer to home. Nevertheless, Geminis are interested in experiencing all the world has to offer, and this applies to food as well. If you're in the habit of going out to eat with a Gemini companion, you'll notice that they seldom like to hit up the same place twice in a row, nor will they order the same thing off the menu every time. If you are a Gemini, it's likely your favorite food is a little bit of this, a little bit of that. Combo plates, yes please. Surf and turf, of course. Anything that's 2 or more meals in one is sure to please a twin. While Geminis don't necessarily have the biggest of appetites, they still tend to order enough food to share with everyone else at the table, since that's just how this gregarious sign likes to roll. Geminis enjoy unusual flavors. Geminis aren't a traditional meat and potatoes kind of sign. That's more up Taurus alley. And they aren't necessarily set on having the traditional meat and 2 sides at each meal. They may well choose to make a meal off appetizers, and of course, tapas, mezz, antipasti, and other such small plates are a Gemini's dream. Geminis could easily decide to order off the side dish menu, or lunch off soup, salad, and a sandwich to cover all the bases. There's one thing that most Geminis crave, however, and that is new and different flavor sensations. A Gemini was probably the first one of your friends to try floral flavors like lavender and hibiscus, and Geminis embrace lesser-known types of ethnic food such as Laotian or Portuguese rather than sticking with something more mainstream like Thai or Italian. And yes, it probably was somebody's grandma that launched those bizarro aspic molds and Jell-O salads back in the day, as well as a Gemini that came up with the whole unicorn food thing. This air sign likes its desserts on the lighter side, while some signs, Taurus comes to mind immediately, enjoy winding up a leisurely meal by lingering over an indulgent dessert. Geminis prefer their meal endings be short and not too sweet, as they've likely already got one foot out the door so they can be off to their next activity. Among the barely there desserts likely to appeal to a Gemini are meringue-based ones like the pavlova or the chaume torte, the latter of which is basically what you get if you replaced the biscuits in strawberry shortcake with meringues, via the café sucré farine. Geminis also enjoy angel food cake, particularly when it's paired with fresh fruits and a dollop of fluffy whipped cream. Geminis of all ages also tend to have a sneaking fondness for cotton candy, and Geminis over 21 are sure to get a kick out of dessert drinks like these cotton candy martinis from the tipsy bartender made with cranberry juice, raspberry vodka, and a puff of cotton candy. You could even make these martinis alcohol-free by using raspberry seltzer for a light, fizzy, fun drink that non-drinking Geminis can enjoy as well. Geminis don't have just one go-to drink. Geminis aren't really such big boozers. In fact, Thrillist categorizes Gemini as being the zodiac sign who is most likely to leave a drink unfinished due to the fact that they may get bored or distracted halfway through and are likely to move on to a new drink instead. Either that, or they just get too caught up in conversation to remember to take a sip now and then. Geminis usually enjoy soda or seltzer-based drinks since these are light and fizzy, but they will also be the first to try all the latest fun summer cocktails and other trendy new drinks, particularly of the fresh and fruity kind. Geminis also enjoy a number of non-alcoholic beverages as well. We secretly suspect it may have been a Gemini who came up with the Arnold Palmer, the drink that marries iced tea with lemonade to make something that's far greater than the sum of its two parts. Geminis were also quite likely to have been early adopters of nitro coffee, particularly since they do like their coffee drinks. While caffeine may help Gemini power through their often hectic days, they should take care not to overdo this stimulant since even Geminis need their sleep. If you're a Gemini, these foods will help you stay in shape. If Geminis have one flaw in regard to their eating habits, it would be a penchant for fast food, not out of fondness for it but because it's something they can easily grab and go. Geminis, however, do have a few other health factors that they should bear in mind. Disclaimer: while we're not qualified to offer medical advice and there's no hard evidence linking your sun sign to any particular medical malady, it never hurts to pay attention to any aspect of your health as long as you don't neglect the rest of your body. As astrology, Kiker tells us, Gemini, an air sign, has long been associated with the lungs, and as a result may be prone to respiratory issues. Gemini's ruling planet, Mercury, is also said to rule the nervous system. The cell salt associated with Gemini is potassium chloride, and astrology. Kiker advises eating a diet high in this mineral, including bananas, broccoli, cabbage, carrots, cukes, peaches, plums, tomatoes, quinoa, and basmati rice. The astrology guide also suggests certain foods to help the nervous system function as it should, such as citrus fruit, grapes, pears, walnuts, and seafood. Zodiac Fresh, meanwhile, offers one additional piece of advice that shouldn't be too hard for most Geminis to follow. They say this sign is best served by eating several smaller meals over the course of a day rather than trying to eat too much food at once.